Welcome back. All our top stories can be found on our website, that's channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Visit m.channelstv.com to see us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We'd also like to encourage you to use the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, tap the app on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. Now to the very worrisome issue of violence concerning herdsmen and farmers in certain states. It appears it's gotten quite the attention of the presidency. President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered the deployment of the military to the states currently battling with conflicts between farmers and Fulani herdsmen as part of measures to end the problem. According to the senior special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, there is a plan to map out grazing areas which has been presented to the governors in the affected states.
Well, the idea is to find a consensus with the governors on how to deal with the problem. And the president took the matter to the National Council of States, where the governors sit with the vice president to solve the problems of the country. And their decision was that they will go back to an old idea that had been there before, which is that carve out grazing reserves for the cattle rearers, so that there is a clear line between what is farmland, what is a grazing reserve. And you avoid this kind of conflict, because it is when cattle are driven into farmlands and then that you have this kind of problems. So as I speak to you now, I know that the president has ordered for deployment of the army to secure those places. It's going on, and the communities are involved in discussions. The governments, Nasarawa, Plateau, are involved in all of those things.
Now to the education sector, and against all odds and the security challenges in the northeast of the country, the University of Maiduguri has graduated its latest set of students. The school management says between 2010 and the 2015 academic session, 172 students obtained first-class degrees. Dignitaries that attended the 22nd combined convocation and events to mark the institution's 40th anniversary commended the management, commended the staff and the students for being strong through the trying times.
We were at home and then bullets were flying. It was very scary. It was the scariest day of my life.
That was the experience of students of the University of Maiduguri. The last convocation ceremony held in October 2010 before the insurgency grew stronger. As peace returns to the states and the region, UNIMAID, in its 22nd convocation, is graduating a total of 37,259 students spread across 5 sets between 2010 and 2015 academic sessions from 12 colleges and faculties, distant learning centers, and 23 affiliated colleges.
4.86.
Honorary degrees were conferred on the Chancellor of the University, Alafi of Oyo, Obalamidi Olaiwola Adeyemi, the Emir of Kano, Muhammadu Sanusi, while former head of state, late General Murtala Mohammed, was given the posthumous Doctors of Laws Award. The Emir of Kano, in his acceptance remark, salutes the courage of graduates and the university community for defying insecurity threats to pursue their goals.
The people of Borno and anyone living in Maiduguri, including the students of this university, have earned the respect of the world. To live in the circumstances in which you lived in the past few years, with bombings and shootings and insecurity, and to have the courage to continue to come and teach, to come and learn, and to continue with your life is indeed a remarkable achievement for any people.
Representing President Muhammadu Buhari, the Executive Secretary, Nigerian Universities Commission, wants universities to intensify research.
The UNIMAID Center for Arid Zone Studies should be strengthened to liaise with the Lake Chad Basin Commission and deploy resources at their disposal for the benefit of our people.
The Vice Chancellor of the university appeals for sustained support and funding of the institution to improve learning.
The assistance the university is seeking will also enable us to support our students who are the future leaders of our country. The role of universities in human capital development, research and technological innovation cannot be underestimated.
The State Governor, Kashim Shettima, who also graduated from the institutions, renews the hopes of undergraduates and the fresh graduates with his personal experience.
The University of Maiduguri makes less noise but more academic progress. Within the last 40 years, UNIMAID has made many Nigerians and foreigners, and it did so without making any noise. As some would say, if you want to be quietly made, come to UNIMAID.
Since its establishment 40 years ago, the total number of graduates from the university now stands at 101,541, and officials say student enrollment has risen to 60,000 for postgraduate, undergraduate, diploma, certificate and remedial studies, while the staff strength is put at 4,500 for both academic and non-academic staff.
To the southwestern region of the country now, let's draw your attention to the Federal Operations Unit Zone A of the Nigerian Customs Service, which has intercepted various contraband items ranging from frozen poultry products, rice, to unprocessed teak wood with duty-paid value of over 500 million naira. Inspecting the items at the customs premises in Ikeja, Lagos, the controller of the unit, Comptroller Mohammed Dahiru, says men of the service have raised standards in its anti-smuggling operations and advised people not to invest in illegal enterprise.
A lot of will-be importers actually started abusing the process, and therefore actually the management of Nigerian customs have to have a second thought and then decided to ban it again, so that actually whoever is interested in bringing rice should bring it through the Nigerian seaports. In the last couple of days, there have been 3 prominent seizures, 594 cartons of frozen poultry products with a duty paid value of 5.6 million. There is also a seizure of 260 bags of rice. There is detention of 3 units of Prado jeeps that were intercepted brand new. But that investigation is still ongoing because we have challenged the owner to go and produce custom documents, since actually it's something that is allowed by law to be brought into the country. So we don't cease outrightly until we finish investigation. We have also evacuated 17 containers laden with unprocessed timber, which is prohibited from being exported out of the country. We have written to the shipping company to provide us with information about those containers. They have written back, but it's not satisfactory. They only gave us the name of the person who signed the containers for export, but we have asked them for the details of his address so that we can go after him and bring him to justice.
You're watching news across Nigeria, where we tell you what's happening now across the Federation, from the north, the south, the east to the west. Speaking of the northwest, coming up on the program, stay with us because we'll tell you about the latest reports on the fuel scarcity there in Kaduna State.